Hey guys, and welcome to this video. So, I figured it'd be kind of fitting, since it's cold outside and I'm not doing this video in my car, to do it right in front of my fireplace. Today I'm going to be telling you 10 advantages as to why you should drive manual. So, following this video there will be 10 disadvantages video. Now, to get started, this is the most basic one. It's more fun. It most definitely is. And it follows hand in hand with the second one. Better control of your car. So you have better control of your car because you're doing the shifting and the takeoffs and everything already. Whereas an automatic transmission car, you are doing nothing but simply putting it in drive and going. The car takes care of all the shifting and everything for you. Now, this one's a matter of opinion, of course. More connection to the car. Some people find a connection when you have a manual car to the car. Others don't. Personally, I do feel that I am connected with the car. I know what's happening better, and it's just a lot better of an experience, I find, to drive a manual car than it is to drive an automatic. So, with more connection to the car, you can choose the RPMs and to change, and this goes along with better control too. So you can change your gears at lower RPMs than your automatic typically will. Now, with this, you'll get better fuel economy. And we all know you like better fuel economy. Now, I know there's some automatics that are starting to outdo manuals in fuel economy range, but for the time being, I still don't see that happening in many cars. For the fifth one, this is way on the other end of the things. They're generally more reliable than the automatic predecessors that they have been replaced by, typically. Because there's less parts to go wrong, you're not relying on fluid to be able to drive. You don't have overheating issues like the automatics do. Now, that being said, I have seen a couple manuals that are wrong, and you can quite easily destroy a manual just as easily as an automatic if you don't treat it right. For example, if you shift without using the clutch, or power shift and kind of stuff like that, you're going to kill that transmission eventually. It's just a matter of time. For the sixth one, it prevents distracted driving. Believe it or not, it's very true. A lot of people will argue, but it's very true. Because you are too busy shifting gears, taking off, paying attention to what's going on ahead on the road. Like, in a manual, you get the mentality of not stopping. So, say you're coming up to a stop, like a red light, rather than accelerating to the red light, you get the mentality to slow down far before it, coast down, start slowing down, and most of the time, If you've done it slow enough, you can avoid that red light and just put it into second gear and start going again. That's just one of the examples. Another one would be for traffic. You tend to avoid the traffic, and you always try to go around the traffic. You are more aware of your surroundings because you have to know your surroundings to get around all the traffic in order to avoid the traffic. That's just a couple examples. Well, there's many others. I'm not going to go mentioning a ton, but there's tons. Now this one here, this doesn't work everywhere. For example, if you're in the UK, where manuals are very common, it doesn't really work as this. What it is, in Canada and the US, is some kind of an anti-theft device. Because you figure, only 1/4 of people know how to drive manual now, it seems. If that, maybe. And then also, you figure only probably 5% of cars on the road now are manuals in North America. I'm not speaking for you guys in the UK. That's much different there. But yeah, so anti-theft device. If they can't get it started and drive it, they can't steal it. Now, the 8th one would be, it's pretty minor, but it can make a difference. Your brakes will last longer because you can downshift to a stop completely and just coast once you go below second gear. Now, not only that, but the brakes last longer, but that means you're saving your fuel too, because braking is successfully wasting fuel. Now then, for the 9th one, we will have it as, you can drive any car. And you really can. Because you figure, you can drive a standard, which means you can drive an automatic. In fact, I've seen some people go from a standard, go into an automatic, and they're so used to the manual that they end up kicking the floor every time to try to shift a gear. Or they'll pull it back into neutral or low gear, or whatever have it. They'll do something because they're so used to manual. And the 10th and final reason as to why you should get a manual. Cars are cheaper. When you look at an automatic car, the buyer field is like 90%. You can get 90% of the buyers. If not more, actually. But when you're trying to sell a manual car, you really are stuck with like 5-10% of the market. That's all the amount of people in North America that want manuals, it seems. So, when you're looking, a lot of times they are cars that have sat, and the dealership wants them gone. So they'll keep lowering the price and lowering the price. And their price is still flexible, because finding a buyer for that car is a lot harder than finding a buyer for an automatic. I'll give you an example of my own. My car is a 2009 Ford Fusion SEL. So this one, mine has leather, heated seats, auto climate control, all the options pretty much. Now, in automatic form, that car would have been, at the time when I got it, $8,000 to $9,000. Now, I got it for just over $5,000. Now, I got it for just over $5,000 because of the fact that it's standard or manual transmission. It had sat at the back of the dealer's lot for a fair bit of time. They didn't, no one wanted to buy it. It was an unwanted car. But to me, and to anyone that likes manual, it's not an unwanted car. It's a car that people want to drive to them. Now, they can get it cheaper because of it sitting, and because of it being that they are manuals. And despite the fact that manual cars are rare, which some people might think would raise the price, it actually lowers the price of the car because it's an unwanted rare thing. Well, guys, so that's all 10 reasons. Next video will be 10 reasons why not to get manual, or why not to drive manual. I have a feeling coming up with 10 reasons is going to be hard. For me, at least. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day, everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, favorite, and share the video.